Hello, I'm here to tell you a little bit about how we use graph theory in humanities at our school. My name is Catherine Tabor. I am a computer science teacher at Northwest Early College and the president of CSTA Paso del Norte. My partner in crime is James O'Keefe. He's an English teacher at Northwest Early College, and he is the author of Red Sands. Our project has the goal of helping students to be able to utilize graph theory to be able to better understand character interactions in literature and better analyze text. And this all began with an article that I saw in the Business Insider. Who was the true protagonist of Game of Thrones? And to answer this question, a bunch of mathematicians and computer scientists got together and used graph theory to analyze the character interactions in the book. I'll give you the answer to this question at the end of the presentation. So you're probably wondering exactly what it is that we do. This is a copy of Shakespeare's Macbeth. This is Act 1, Scene 1, and the characters involved are the first witch, the second witch, and the third witch, and they are all interacting with each other. We ask the students to create an Excel spreadsheet that tallies the interactions between characters. So in this case, for Act 1, Scene 1, this is what a specific student did. Notice the headings, speaker 1, speaker 2, number of interactions. So this student determined that the first witch had 6 interactions with the second witch, 4 interactions with the third witch, etc., etc., etc. Notice there are some places here where the character has an interaction with themselves or they talk to themselves, and that's very important in the graph. So we go ahead and we leave those in. Once they have their Excel spreadsheet, we go to Cytoscape. Cytoscape is a free download program. We import the file. It's a network from file. Be very careful. A lot of people try to import table from file. You import the network from file. Choose your spreadsheet. Then it's going to give you some options. In this case, speaker 1 is the source node. Speaker 2 is the target node. And the number of interactions, we've got 3 choices. We can make it an edge attribute, a source node attribute, or a target node attribute. We're going to make it a source node attribute. Making it one of the others will change the way the graph looks. So have this, it's kind of cool to have the students do different things there. We're going to create the graph. So this is our initial graph that it just created based upon our table. This isn't too helpful for us. And the reason it's not very helpful is because nothing is weighted. We want things to be weighted. I'm also not overly fond of the way it's organized. So I'm going to change my layout to be an attribute circle layout based upon the number of interactions. So now the more interactions are here and it goes around in a clockwise fashion. But it's still not exactly what I want. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply some of the tools and the network analyzer and do a network analysis. And I'm going to generate the style from statistics. So first it's going to ask me, do I want to treat this as directed or not directed? And I want to treat this as an undirected graph. Then it's going to give me some options. I want my low values to be small for my nodes, and I'll base that on degrees. I want my map edge that's based on edge betweenness. Over here, I'm going to do betweenness of centrality, and I'm going to make them dark colors just so it'll be a little bit easier to see. And now you can see we have something that's pretty useful. Macbeth down here, he's our largest node, and he is talking the most often to the first witch. But he also talks to some of these other characters fairly often. And so you can see that this gives us a good visualization of how the action and the characters are interacting within the play. So you're probably wondering. So if we look on here, these are two samples of actual student work. On the left, we have a directed graph with the nodes that have been reshaped and resized based on their degree. And you can see all of the different actions and interactions. On the right, we have a circular graph where the degree, it shows up based on the darkness of the shade of red. So the darker the node, the more frequently that character was interacted with and goes in a counterclockwise direction. But you can see these are both pretty useful graphs as far as seeing how the characters interact. Now, on to our question, our original question. Tyrion Lannister is the main character of Game of Thrones based upon the graph theory work that was done. You can see he's right here, and these are all of the different interactions within the book. So, kind of an interesting use of it. The materials you would need to do this project, you would need Excel, Cytoscape, and you could use teachengineering.org. This is where I found some of the stuff that helped me first start doing this. But do be aware that this is adapted from that, and Cytoscape, the Cytoscape instructions are out of date on that site. So thank you for coming. Please leave us comments in the chat or contact us at the emails below. Be happy to help you in any way we can. Have a great day.